Oh, hi. I was just finishing up my bowl of cereal, watching some Animaniacs, having a nice time. I'm trying this new cereal from Kellogg's. It's not very good, actually. I do not recommend it. But I was just doing that, and then all of a sudden, this new Drake and SZA video for Luther came out, and I want to talk about it. It just came out, and I want to talk about it. I have a lot of thoughts. And listen, not everything in the world is about Kendrick and Drake, okay? I know that. You know that. I mean, how could this video, which ostensibly has nothing to do with Drake, also be about Drake? All right. Oh, she knocked on door number six and he's the sixth god and there were six owls. No, 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 no. Okay, so fine. Maybe it was released like 1 week after Nokia. Maybe that was on purpose to push it out of the charts. Maybe. Could it possibly be important that Karina Evans directed this and she directed that Mr. Beast video starring Drake called God's Plan? If you haven't watched it, watch it again. It's just Mr. Beast. It's just our old Drake guy being Mr. Friendly and giving out lots of money to all sorts of people to show how great he is. So, maybe there's some connection there, but I don't really think that's important, except that in history, when we look back at this moment, we talk about the Kendrick and Drake beef, we have to see it all in that context. Okay? All in that context. And I reviewed the Nokia video and I tore it apart. I called it an artistic failure. And yet here I am calling this Kendrick video artistic greatness. And why is that? I mean, the reason that I blasted Nokia is that it failed the spirit of the song. The song is a fun, retro, upbeat thing. And he made a video which was dour. I explained to you what that word dour means, okay? Basically, just think sourpuss, just kind of like down and sad, okay? So that was an artistic failure. Now we have the song Luther, which I interpreted as a love song, a duet, an ode to just some kind of sweet love, okay? It felt to me like a rather uncomplicated love song. But wait a minute, everybody. Wait a minute, Mr. Double Standard, okay? Kendrick is dour. The whole video, it's a dour video. He's sad most of the time. He's looking down most of the time. So then you must expect this being a fair and balanced podcast video. That's not a podcast. It's an episode. Shout out to Rob Markman, who also does not do a podcast. No, 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 no. So I have to say that this is a bad video because it did not meet my expectations of what the song is. Except this is where you get to the tricky difference. Okay. I always assume that Kendrick Lamar knows what he's doing. And if I don't understand what he's doing, it's probably on me. On the contrary, I assume that Drake doesn't know what he's doing. And if I don't understand it, it's probably on him. You see, great entertainers are not always great artists. Okay? Sometimes they are. And hey, sometimes great artists are not great entertainers. I would put forth this video to Luther. It is a wonderful video, a wonderful piece of art. Not much in terms of entertainment, okay? Not much in terms of like actually listening to the song and enjoying the song. There's so much silence. I feel like silence has more words in this song than SZA, okay? So why am I praising this and denigrating the other? Okay? It's pretty simple. It's that I think Kendrick is telling us what the song is about. I might have misunderstood the song. All right. I think I did. All right. I think I misunderstood. I think I thought it was kind of a simpler song than it is. I think it's more complicated. I think it fits better into the larger way that Kendrick Lamar depicts love and complicated relationships a lot more than it was this simple duet that I saw it as. Okay. So this video makes you understand that this song is about two things. It's about two things. Number one, Luther, MF, and Vandross. You do not get out of this video without hearing as much Luther Vandross as you do get off hearing Kendrick and SZA, okay? It is a Luther Vandross, and Cheryl Lee, of course, ode. It is a love to his parents' generation's music, not the Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell original, of course, but his parents' generation, not his grandparents, but his parents. This kind of love, this kind of R&B hit, this sultry song, which as I discussed in my GNX video, is pretty important, I think, because it did not have a lot of crossover with the white audience. And so, in that way, it really reflects a certain cultural truth about the way love is depicted and explained. And I think that Kendrick Lamar is taking his place, trying to take his place in that cultural connectivity in the way that love, especially black love, is portrayed in rhythm and blues and soul music. Okay, I think Kendrick is trying to do that. And that's why he's hitting you over the head with Luther Vandross. Okay. By the way, today in my hip hop class, I taught about Kendrick. It was really fun. 50 straight minutes of me trying to explain why he's so great to a bunch of kids from Western New York. They really enjoyed the class. That was a lot of fun. So that's the one thing. And then the second thing is, hey, everybody, this is a complicated song about complicated love. If this world were mine, if, if, hey, everybody, that's what's called a conditional clause, a C clause. If you ever studied Latin, they're called come clauses. I used to laugh at that in middle school. If clauses. If sets up an interesting thing in a language. Any sentence that has the word if as it applies to the first verb, the second verb is always in a different tense. Okay, if it's in the present, then the if this is mine, I would be happy. Present conditional. Anyways, it sets off a whole bunch of stuff. The important thing is if implies that it's not. The world is not his. Okay, whatever the world is that is in existence, it is not in the possession of the person singing this song, whether that's Marvin Gaye, Luther Vandross, or Kendrick Lamar. So, in that state of lack, we have this dour, sad-looking dude in a baseball hat, a pretty sweet-ass PG Lang baseball hat. It's like the LA is from the Dodgers. That's great. I mean, I wouldn't wear it because I'm a Red Sox fan. Maybe if there's PG Blang, can we get that going? Hey, can we get that going? That's a free idea for PG Lang. You make a PG Blang hat, I will wear it. Okay. So the world is not his. He is in a state of need. He's in a state of lack. He is in a state of not having everything that he wants. And what this song communicates to me through the video is that he's recognizing the fact he is not the kind of lover, not the kind of boyfriend, not the kind of fiance, husband, not the kind of man that he wants to be for this woman. So that's why he is jaded in the whole video. That's why he is distant, because it is reflecting the reality that he is. And we basically know this because he talks about the way that he is and the way that he interacts with people. He's grown up with this generational trauma. He's grown up with this trauma of whatever, watching people getting shot at Tam's Burgers in Compton. His whole life, he's gone through this, and that's made him jaded. That's made him distant. That's made him struggle for intimacy, sexual and emotional togetherness in a real way. So this song, I thought it was just a love song, just trying to be like Luther Vandross. But this video helps you understand it's in this larger context, the Mr. Morale context, the We Cry Together context of trying to get an understanding of how do you connect with someone that you love when you are emotionally cut off. This is an important song that is made more important by the video because its emphasis on coldness and estrangement and isolation. He wants to give her more than he can, but he can't. But if the world was his, all right? That's what I learned from this video. All right? What did I learn from the Nokia video? That Drake doesn't know the importance of of uh of Nokias. Okay? That's what he learned. So 14 seconds of silence start off this video. Okay. I'm actually going to go and I'm going to show you I'm going to show you this video. I'm going to show you some of the images. All right. I'm going to share the slideshow that I made of different images, and I'm going to take you through the video. Okay, I'm going to take you through the video. Obviously, I'm not going to play the songs because I don't want to get demonetized. All right. It starts off with this nice little moment in this elevator where they are together and close and intimate. A little bit of music and then 14 seconds of silence as Kendrick is sitting there chewing on cud. I don't know what he's chewing on. Maybe some gum. I don't know. Big League Chew. What kind of gum does Kendrick Lamar eat? Tell me in the comments, what kind of gum does Kendrick Lamar eat? He doesn't seem like a gum chewer to me. Okay. He's sitting there for 14 seconds and he's just totally quiet until Luther's voice comes on and he starts rapping. This beautiful Cinematography, which makes Kendrick seem small in the frame. He is oppressed by this large background with this industrial brick and then the blue and the brown. It's beautifully set up. Evans and Kendrick Lamar are using architecture. It's like an architecture video with a rap video in it. To wit. See, did I just say to wit? Goddamn, slap me. Okay, to wit, we see this image that perfectly emphasizes this isolation. This again, I think we need to see this song in correlation to "We Cry Together" of a loving relationship that is going through difficulty and struggles with intimacy because we have these two little places and they are never in the same little circle at the same time. It is implying this large distance, and it cuts back to them being close, the close singing, the close rapping. Here we have them in this ridiculously awesome house. I don't know where this is. This is also where they filmed the Tiramisu. Shout out to Jeremy Hecht. Tiramisu video. And we see the GNX wrapped up in red in the back. We see they're not quite on the same level. All right. Like they're like on different levels. So Kendrick is there on the corner and she's leaning back. We had this other mysterious image of this brutalist staircase with Kendrick Lamar's feet just standing on the top step with his very much not sneakers. Okay, those are some dress shoes. What's up with that? We have this image, almost a standoffish image in this. I assume this is somewhere in downtown LA. That's what it looks like. If you've never been to downtown LA, don't go. You might try to go to the Nakatomi building from Die Hard, but they won't let you. They won't even let you stop and take a picture. I did it anyways because I'm a bad boy. Yeah, don't go to downtown LA. There's nothing to do there. Um, Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments. Anyways, there they are in the elevator. This kind of standoffish energy. Okay, and then we finally have Kendrick and SZA in the same frame. This is the only time they're in the same frame in the video, and they're on these different couches. It's always this division, and that's what's wild. It's this song, it's this love song that should be about togetherness, but it ends up being about division. Okay. And then we have this moment, the first time where it cuts away to just Luther Vandross, and we have the tinny speakers of the elevator playing the music. Okay. This is what's called diegetic sound. So in movies, there's two different kinds of sound. Okay. There's a needle drop. That's where music is put in and it's actually like not a part of the scene. Okay, shout out to Fantano, right? A needle drop, that's what that is, where the sound comes in and it's not what the characters are hearing. The other kind is called diegetic. All right, shout out to, I'm sure there's a YouTuber called Diagetic. So diegetic music is actually in that place. So they're in an elevator. She's in the elevator and she's listening to this wonderful love song and she feels lonely. This is the division. This is the separation that she feels. She's lonely and she makes this look. I don't like this look. This does not look like a love song look to me. If I said, hey, this is the best love song of the last couple of years, I'd say, no, it's not. This is a, hey, I'm so mad at you song. And then Kendrick lowers his head and he's so sad. He's such a sad guy with his hat and his beard. All right. It's sad. Look at this like distance and space. And he pulls up in his GNX. And for some reason, he's like rolling dice on the bed. Maybe that's indicating he's rolling dice. He's thinking about his life on the streets growing up, or he's thinking about the chance, the risks of love. This weird scene where whenever he's dancing in front of GNX, he has this gun and it makes it clear that the fa is actually a violent fa, right? The fire, which I thought was five. If you look at the captions, by the way, I apologize. I'm recording in my basement. My wife is doing the laundry. My brother's coming to visit. We have to wash the sheets so that he and his wife have somewhere nice to sleep. So that's why the sound's going to sound like this. But I want to get this out quickly, okay? I couldn't even stop eating my cereal. Corny. It makes it clear that the fire fa is like this sense of violence, what he would do for her. But it's also sad. SZA's quite interesting in here, the way that she is in this space, the way she's always interacting with this other man. I like that they did not make it that it's Kendrick and SZA in some kind of mysterious love affair. I like it that it is with these other figures, and there's always this great distance. Look at this amazing distance in this hallway between her and her lover. And then we're getting to my favorite part. Okay, so it gets cut back and forth in this beautiful scene where you see SZA and the reflection, Kendrick in his GNX, the scene of this restaurant, which is like lit up as though it's the Bat Cave in the Dark Knight. It's some kind of wild, wild. Wait, I am recording, aren't I? If I am not recording, I am going to lose my mind. Good, I am recording. So, like they're just in this place, they're going through their daily life, okay? And while at the same time, we have this beautiful moment with SZA and her partner with this light coming in and she's giving him a back rub. We're having these moments of intimacy. It's the only dancing in the video. They're doing this dancing. You want to do one of these dances at home? You can just kind of dance. I'm not a great dancer. Actually, I'm a pretty good dancer in my own way. But here he is kind of doing this dance. It's kind of weird seeing it like this because it also looks like don't shoot. I don't think it's a political thing, but I tell you what, if I was a grad student, I'd say this might be a political thing. Here he is, and he's dancing in this space. There he is with his cool hat. And this is what I think is the crucial part of the whole song. Better days coming for sure. That's the lyric that matters the most in this song. Better days coming for sure. And this is the moment where it happens, the closest intimacy. She's relaxing on his lap. It's all in full color. They're on the same level. They're together. They're touching. They have that intimacy. He's breaking through that sense of sadness, that sense of isolation from being a good kid in a mad city. They get closer and closer. We even see Kendrick Lamar. I don't have a freeze frame of this, but we even see Kendrick Lamar smiling one time in the elevator as he is actually with his partner in this video. As it closes with him staring out, we then enter the next part of the song, which is the song is over, and we're now just going to go back to Luther and Cheryl time. We're just going to go back to listening to the song, this beautiful song of the 80s with Luther Vandross singing. And once again, it is diegetic. Here it is diegetic, and they're in this place. Okay. Have you ever gone to a fast food restaurant with your girlfriend, with your wife, with your husband, with your boyfriend, whatever? And just kind of felt distant and just kind of felt far apart, stressed out. Life has got you down. Things are tough. You're just kind of sitting there. You're wearing your Carhartt, and for some reason your glasses are super fancy. You're sitting there and you're having a nice time, but it's not the best time. And look what happens. Look at this moment. Look at this tenderness. You can't see because I'm wearing elbow patches. You can't see, but she actually grabs his hand and holds it, and it ends up being this really sweet song. All of that dourness set up this payoff, and it's a subtle payoff. Everybody, he's not gonna like kiss her, and we're gonna have people throwing rice, which you shouldn't do because it makes pigeons die, throwing rice at their wedding and happily ever after. Okay, no, this is it. This is the intimacy that they can go for. This is what they're struggling for. This is why they cry together. This is why they fight together. This is why they dance at the Not Like Us video. This is why they can put up with Drake teasing with the day free. This is why, because this is the hard fought love of a damaged person who is trying to give the world to his partner, but he can't. So that's that video. And I think it's great. So that's pretty much my thesis. I think it's a great piece of art. I think it really helps me to recontextualize the entire video. All right. Now, if you happen to be in the Rochester area, by the way, on next Thursday, FT Signifier is coming to a college called SUNY Brockport, and he's going to be presenting on Kendrick, Drake, and masculine performance. You can check out my socials on that. It's kind of cool. Actually, I'm going to tell you the truth. He called me to set something up while I was recording the video. There's a point in this video where I take a break and I look, and that's me doing the math. Like, man, FD's a busy guy. Maybe I should like pause the video, but also I'm a busy guy. I got my 2-year-old sleeping. I got my 6-month-old who has to go to the doctors. I got my brother coming. So I just got to record this video. All right, I'm going to hit stop. I'm going to call back FD and I'm going to say, there's the camera. How do I stop the recording?